Hello and welcome back. So in this lesson, this is going to be the first lesson on strumming. A first lesson on a basic strumming technique that you can use as you're getting started learning to play guitar. Now, at some point, and I'll let you decide when you want to go to a more advanced strumming technique, at some point, though, you will want to improve and maybe learn different ways to do the right hand, to do your strumming technique. And what I recommend, instead of having a standalone video for that, just go back to some of the cover songs, the lessons that I've done for cover songs. There will be videos that are labeled intermediate/advanced strumming techniques or rhythm techniques, and go and learn how I do various songs, because it'll often change depending on the song. So when you're ready for intermediate and advanced rhythm strumming techniques, then go to those cover songs lesson and learn a more advanced. But this one is going to be a basic technique. So to get started, the only thing that we're going to do is we're going to, with our right hand, strum all the way through. Now, what I often recommend is you'll see some people with their right hand kind of leave the middle ring and pinky fingers that are not touching the pick. They'll just kind of leave those hanging, and that's okay. I kind of prefer making a very slight fist. Now, it's not something that I'm gripping real tight. I'm simply just kind of making a fist loosely with my fingers. But oftentimes what you'll find is that you want to have kind of like a pendulum of a clock. Kind of think that way. And sometimes it can be easier to do that if your fingers are balled in a fist. However, if you find that leaving the fingers out is more comfortable and you're able to keep a better rhythm in that way, I'm not going to tell you that you need to do it in a different way. As you progress and you go to lead guitar playing, some people play lead with their hand in a ball, and that way it allows their hand to move more freely as they pick the strings. Some people leave their fingers out. Some people anchor their fingers. And so even that is going to be a lot more of a personal preference than something that's right or wrong. And so with this lesson, I'm going to let you determine which way is more comfortable for you to hold your hand as you learn to strum. If you've never held a pick before, what I would recommend is hold it between your thumb and your index finger. I use the side of my index finger and then the bottom of my thumb, and just lightly hold the pick there. Hold it strong enough that the pick's not flying out of your hand, but not so strong that the pick has no bend, it has no flexibility whatsoever. In addition to kind of hindering your picking technique, it'll also wear your hand out, and you don't want hand fatigue when you're strumming. Because really there's no need for it. Just hold the pick strongly enough that the pick's not dropping on the ground and flying out of your hand, and you'll be fine. So let's begin with the key of A, because our first song that we're going to learn is Amazing Love in the key of A. Now, if you want to practice strumming, and I recommend it, practice strumming before you start learning a song. Here's what I would suggest. If you haven't watched my metronome video yet, check that video out, because I'm about to jump into playing a metronome in the background for us to practice our rhythm playing to. So jump in to that metronome video. Even if it's just downloading a metronome on your phone, get a metronome and come right back to here. Okay, so now that we have a metronome, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to start the metronome at 66 beats per minute. And really, that's because what I found online said that Amazing Love is played at 66 beats per minute. So that's where we're going to start. So 66 beats per minute. And what you want to do is you want to find that first note that you can hear the pitch is a little different than the other three. Okay, that's the 1. We're going to strum on beats 2 and 4. Okay, so if you were to count this with that higher pitched note being the 1, it would sound like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to strum on 2 and 4. And all we're going to do is strum straight through the strings. Right now, we're not going to be doing upstrokes. We're not going to be singling out bass strings or any other strings. It's just going to be a solid, straight down strum. So on the 2 and the 4, like this. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, if you wanted to increase your speed, you could do that. You could even do it with the metronome at this speed. You can purposefully switch to strumming each note. Once you get that, move your left hand to D chord. 2, 3, 4. And then back to A. E. Back to A. All right, that's it. That's your first lesson. Get that down. Once you're able to kind of keep a straight, solid rhythm with your right hand, you can kind of separate your mind so you can keep your rhythm going while you move your left hand from one chord to another. Practice that and then jump into learning a song. Go into Amazing Love and then sky's the limit from there. I'll see you in the next video. Thanks.